Okay, I'm Tom Shea, and on behalf of the Schuylkill County Historical Society, welcome to Charles Baber Cemetery. And today we're going to feature one of our local heroes, Lieutenant Charles Potts. Okay, the grave site we're at is right near the entrance to the Baber Cemetery, right off the Market Street entrance. Okay, so it's not too far down. And this is the grave of Lieutenant Charles Potts, and this is the grave site of his wife, Sarah Estelle Potts. Okay. Charles Potts was born in Pottsville, 22nd of January, 1836. At the Battle of Gettysburg, Potts was an officer in the 151st Pennsylvania Regiment. The 151st Pennsylvania was a 9-month regiment in Biddle's Brigade of the 1st Corps, with over 100 school teachers on its muster rolls. It was known as the School Teachers Regiment. It saw significant action on July 1st, 1863, just west of the town of Gettysburg. And as I'm going to show you on the map, you can see where their action was, and also you can see the monument to the 151st Pennsylvania. Following is going to be an account from Charles Potts' actual accounts of his experiences at Gettysburg. Starting early in the morning near the Emmitsburg, we marched rapidly onto Gettysburg, going across fields directly into position. I could see we could not hold our position long, and our men gradually giving way. Occupying position in the center of the line, while the right and left were driven back, placed us in a very exposed position, when we too had to fall back, and took shelter in a grove surrounding the seminary building, while all our troops had fallen back, leaving us alone to hold our ground as well as we could. And you'll see by the pictures I'm showing you there, that's a painting focusing on the 151st, and it's showing the seminary building in the background there. You can see a barricade that the men would have put together, and you can see as much as the 151st is making a stand, there are plenty of troops already leaving the field, heading back toward the town of Gettysburg. Continuing with the account, we soon found that we must vacate our position or be surrounded, and our whole command captured. Our general officers had left all the field, excepting Colonel Chapman Biddle, who commanded our brigade, and was wounded in the head, but he was well mounted and made his escape. We made directly for the town, thinking we'd be able to make another stand. But to our great surprise, the rebel cavalry had cut off our retreat, and we were well bottled up. It had never occurred to me that I might be taken prisoner, and when I found out that I was helpless in their hands, my feelings cannot be described. Meaning a few wounded men of my company, I took them into the Lutheran church, then used as a hospital, and rather than have the humiliation of delivering my sword to a rebel, I hid it in the building. Now the next account from Potts, I'll give you quite a quick summary of what was going to be happening, and then we'll go to his account. The photo I'm showing you is of Reverend Horatio Howell of the 90th Pennsylvania. He was killed on the afternoon of July 1 as the Union First Corps was retreating through the streets of Gettysburg. He was helping the medical staff in the Christ Lutheran Church, which had been turned into a hospital. There's a photo now of the Christ Lutheran Church. Reverend Howell was wearing a officer's uniform, complete with sword. He was standing on the steps when he was ordered to surrender his weapon by a passing Confederate. Reverend Howell tried to explain he was a non-combatant and did not need to give up his weapon, but the Confederate was in no mood to argue and shot him dead. And this is Potts' account, Charles Potts, his famous account of what he saw. After supplying the boys with water, I went to the front just in time to see the chaplain of the 90th Pennsylvania killed, while standing in the doorway of the church. In company with 2 others, we picked him up, but he had been instantly killed, the ball entering his mouth and taking an upward course through his brain. Okay, Potts' diary continues on July 2nd. He's now a prisoner. Placed in the field about 1 mile northwest of town, Rebs held in check, but they think they will be able to drive our men on the morrow. Well treated, but no provisions. Now, Lieutenant Potts would be a prisoner in 5 different Confederate prisons, including the famous Libby Prison in Richmond. It would not be exchanged until September 9th, 1864. He died on the 3rd of January, 1923, at age 86. And if you look on the Pennsylvania Memorial at Gettysburg, along that memorial are a series of plaques which by regiment and company note the names of every soldier who was present at the Battle of Gettysburg. And on the screen you'll see Lieutenant Potts' name on that memorial. Thank you for your remembrance of Charles Potts at the Battle of Gettysburg, and I look forward to more such tours. Thank you.